Welcome to our Asian Star Trend channel. Today we have the following news. Hope you and your age is just a number. How did Yulong and Yang Mie Mie's love rewrite their fate? Headline: Love Without Rules. How Yulong and Yang Mie Mie defied the odds and won our hearts in a world where love is often filtered through checklists, age gaps, social class, career status. Yulong and Yang Mie Mie dared to write their own script. Their story wasn't built on grand gestures or textbook compatibility, but on something far rarer: emotional honesty. They didn't match on paper. But fate, always the better writer, penned their unexpected encounter not as a coincidence, but as inevitability. Their connection didn't roar, it whispered. And somehow, that made it all the more powerful. Yang Mie Mie's quiet declaration, "I want to protect you first, and our little home first," isn't just sweet, it's revolutionary. In an age where love is often about me, she made it about us, and that shift hit viewers like a warm wave. Unexpected, tender, and quietly brave. One moment, they're bickering over something silly, and you laugh. The next, a vulnerable gaze or a sacrifice catches you off guard, and your heart clenches. That's the genius of their dynamic. It's real. It's messy, it's uneven, but it makes you feel. By the time the credits roll, you're not just shipping a couple, you're reflecting on your own version of love. What if love isn't about checking boxes, but about choosing someone again and again? Despite the noise, Yulong and Mie Mie's story doesn't just entertain, it redefines what it means to love bravely and live truthfully. Headline: Against all odds, Yulong and Yang Mie Mie's quiet rebellion in the name of love. True love rarely announces itself with fireworks. Sometimes, it comes as a quiet vow, a silent promise to stand by someone, even when the world raises its eyebrows. That's what Yulong and Yang Mie Mie have become to millions, not just a couple, but a symbol of unwavering love. Yulong is that rib people talk about. The wrong one bruises, the right one shields. He doesn't complete her, he strengthens her. And together, they're not just romantic leads. They're a reminder that the strongest bonds often defy logic in a society obsessed with labels, age gaps, social status, expectations. They chose heart over judgment. Their love story isn't loud, but it echoes. One look, one quiet gesture, one moment of sacrifice, and suddenly, you find yourself questioning every rule you thought love had to follow. Yang Mie Mie once said she wanted to protect her little home first. That home isn't just a place, it's Yulong. And that simple line captures what so many relationships lack: the courage to prioritize each other, no matter the noise. What makes their story resonate is not perfection, but persistence. They didn't fight the world with anger, but with quiet strength. And in doing so, they've shown us that sometimes, love isn't about winning, it's about choosing. Choosing each other, again and again. In the end, Yulong and Mie Mie remind us that love, when true, doesn't need approval. It just needs two people brave enough to believe. Headline: More than words. How Yulong and Yang Mie Mie redefined what it means to feel safe in love. Love, at its core, isn't loud. It doesn't always arrive with fireworks or flourish. Sometimes, it's as quiet and as powerful as a simple promise: I will keep you first. When Yang Mie Mie said those words, she wasn't being poetic. She was making a lifelong vow. This is the kind of love that doesn't rely on grand speeches, but on presence, on showing up, again and again, even when it's hard. Through every storm, Mie Mie stood beside Yulong, not because it was easy, but because love made it worth it. Their courage comes not from fantasy, but from something more grounded: mutual trust, unwavering support, and the quiet certainty that they are each other's safest place. In a world that constantly tries to shake us with doubts and pressures, they held on, and that's what makes their story remarkable. The day Yulong proposed was more than a romantic highlight. It was the culmination of countless ordinary moments, each one tender, each one deliberate. The sparkle in their eyes wasn't just from joy, but from knowing they had found something rare and real. It's easy to admire the sweetness, the chemistry, the smiles. But behind all of that lies effort, patience, and sacrifice. Yulong didn't just make Mie Mie laugh, he made her feel protected. That's the true face of love, not flashy, but deeply secure. In the end, love isn't about perfection. It's about choosing each other, every single day. And in doing so, Yulong and Mie Mie remind us, When you find someone who makes the world feel less scary, hold on and never let go. Headline: age is just a number, but love? That's everything. The story of Yulong and Yang Mie Mie. You're not a patient. You're the love of my life. One simple sentence, yet it resonated across screens, stirring something deep within us all. Because real love isn't just about holding hands in the good times. It's about becoming each other's strength when the world gets too heavy. Yulong and Yang Mie Mie aren't just characters in a sweet romance. They are proof that love, when real, can heal what's broken and paint light into the darkest corners of life. Through quiet moments, shared struggles, and daily devotion, they remind us, love is not found, it is built. They've faced judgment, the age gap, the social noise, the skepticism. But instead of giving in, they leaned in. You are my resolve, and I am your faith. This isn't just a line from a drama, but the core of their bond. True love isn't about having equal footing, but about lifting each other up and growing side by side. Their happiness wasn't luck, it was labor. Brick by brick, smile by smile, they created a life where both could thrive. Not perfect, but powerful. Not loud, but lasting. In a world eager to quantify love with numbers, years, compatibility scores, expectations, Yulong and Mie Mie offer something rare, a soul-deep connection that defies definition. They didn't just fall in love. They chose love every day. In every way, their journey is a quiet revolution. It teaches us that no matter your age or circumstance, if two hearts beat in sync, no force on earth can keep them apart. Be sincere. Be brave. And like them, let love bloom fearlessly. Headline: love has no deadline. Let Yulong and Yang Mie Mie inspire your own story. Maybe right now, you're standing at a crossroads, questioning a relationship tested by age, uncertainty, or the weight of outside opinions. If so, Yulong and Yang Mie Mie's journey isn't just a love story to watch, it's a reminder that real, lasting love is possible and it can be yours. This isn't fantasy. It's not a picture-perfect romance scripted for drama. It's two people choosing each other, again and again, despite the noise, despite the odds. Because love isn't about waiting for miracles, it's about fighting for them. Their story shows that love is an active choice, to protect, to nurture, to grow. To hold on even when it's easier to let go. To believe in something bigger than fear, something stronger than judgment. So if you're hesitating because of what society might say, or what age the calendar shows, remember, true love doesn't care. What matters most is finding that one person who looks at you and says, let's face everything together. When two hearts are aligned, nothing can pull them apart. Let this be your sign. Love bravely. Choose fiercely. Don't let fear be the reason you walk away. The one meant for you is already walking toward you. If this story touched you, if you believe in love without limits, share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. We share real, moving stories every week because true love is never too late, and maybe, just maybe, the next story we tell will be yours.